Hello, guys. Welcome again to another class. As you know, today is Wednesday, and today we're going to be learning more about uh, the reading of August, okay? The life of August. So please, let's focus and let's pay careful attention to all that that I will go to explain to you. So, as you know, every day before a start a class, we know the word of the day, of course. Of course. Every day we are learning a new word and we are applying that word to the reading. Okay. So now the word of today word is debut. Debut. What is debut? Let's go to see what is debut. To debut means to eat something quickly because you are very hungry. So that means, let's go into see an example. Look the example. I didn't eat all that day at work, but by the time I got home, I was really debut my dinner, my dinner. But you eat something faster, quickly, because you haven't eat during a day or during a period of time. So now, let's go, guys. We the reading of today, okay? And I will see you in the next part. Let's go, guys. So today, let's going to read part 7 about Wonder Group, and we're going to see what surprise it bring us. Okay, let's go. Miranda, I forgot that I might see so many beautiful things. I forgot that I might need to find out what life could bring. So, life is something special. Never we know what could happen, okay, during that time. So now let's go, guys, to read more about it. Here we have, let's see, we have camp lice. Camp lice. So, as you know, the reading that you were reading yesterday, you were seeing that they went for a camp, and now they're going to see that. Let's go to see. My parents got divorced that summer. Of who we are talking? We are talking from Miranda, right? The parents, Miranda parents. Let's going to see what happened. Let's go to see. Let's go. Okay, camp life. My parents got divorced the summer before ninth grade. My father was with someone else right away. In fact, though my mother never said so, I think this was the reason they get divorced. After the divorce, okay, I hardly ever saw my father. In my mother act stranger than ever. It's not that she was unstable or anything, just distant, remote. My mother is the kind of person who was happy face for the rest of the world, but not a lot left over me for me. About what she was like when she was my age, I don't know much the things she liked or didn't like. The few things she mentioned her own parents, who I'd never met, it was mostly about how she wanted to get as far away from them as she could once she'd grow up. She never told me why. I asked a few times, okay? I asked a few times, but she wouldn't pretend she had heard me. Oh my God. We can see here that her mother, when she was a child, okay, a little girl, she had a lot of problem in her house with her parents too. But she is trying to know what happens, okay? But she doesn't know. Let's go to see. I didn't want to go to the camp that summer. I had wanted to stay with her to help her through the divorce, but she instead and I go away. I figured she wanted It's a long time, so I gave it to her. Camp was awful. I hated it. I thought it would be better being a junior counselor, but it wasn't. No one I knew from the previous year had come back. So I didn't know anyone, not a single person. I'm not even sure why, but I started playing this little make believe, believe game with the girls in the camp. They asked me stuff about myself, and I made things up. My parents are in Europe. I told them I live in a townhouse on the nicest street in North Rivers Heights. I have a dog named Daisy. Then once a day, I blunted out that I had a little brother who was deformed. I have absolutely no idea why I say this. It just seemed like an interesting thing to say. And of course, the reaction I got from the little girls in the bungalow was dramatic, really. So I sorry, that must be suck, etc., etc. I regret saying this the moment it escaped from my lips, of course. I felt like such a fake. If Bia ever found out, I thought she'd think I was such a weird, and I felt like a weirdo. But I have to admit, there was a part of me that I felt like entitled to this lie. I know, Uncle, since I was 6 years old, I watched him grow up. I played with him. I watched all 6 episodes of Star Wars for his sake. So I could talk to him about the aliens and bounty hunters and all that. I'm the one that gave him the astronaut helmet he wouldn't take off for 2 years. I mean, I kind of earned that right. The thing of him as my brother. Oh, that's really nice. That she had a lot of problem with her parents, but she is connecting with her brother. She give him a helmet, and with that helmet, his brother is going to play. Okay, it's really nice, a really interesting guy. The love of brother. Okay, let's go to see more. Let's go to read more. Let's go to read more. When I got home from camp, I called Ella right away to make plans with her. I don't know why I didn't call Bia. I guess I just didn't feel like taking about the stuff with her. She think we was an eraser friend, easier friend to have in that way. But she wasn't serious like Bia. She was fun. She thought it was cool when I dyed my hair pink. She wanted to hear all about those trips through the woods late at night. Oh, let's go, let's go. The things that they did in the camp, okay? At school. I hardly saw Bia at school this year. So when I did, it was outward. It felt like she was judging me. I knew she didn't like my look. I knew she didn't like my group of friends. I didn't much like hers. We never actually argue. We just drift away. Ella and I badmouthed her to each other. She's such a proud. She's so this. She's so that. We knew we were being mean, but it was easier to ice her out if we pretend she had done something to us. We thought, if she hadn't changed at all, we'd become these other people, and she was still the person she'd always been. That annoyed me so much, and I didn't know why. So we can see right here that she describing that she was trying to live with Bias, but Bia is not like I agree with her for the group of friends that she had, and also for the style, his hairstyle that she is wearing at that time. And let's go to see what happened more. Once in a while, I looked to see where she was sitting in that lunchroom, or check the elected list to see what she'd signed up for. But except for a few notes in the hallway and an occasional hello, we never really spoke to each other. I noticed Justin about halfway through the school year. I hadn't noticed him at all before then, other than that he was this skinny costume dude with thick glasses and longish hair. We carried a violin everywhere. Then one day I saw him in front of the school with his arms around Bia. So Bia has a boyfriend, I said to Ella, kind of mocking. I don't know. I don't know why it surprised me that she'd have a boyfriend out of the three of us. She was totally the prettiest, blue eyes and long wavy dark hair, but she just never acted like she was at all interested in boys. She acted like she was too smart for that kind of stuff. So we can see that she's safe and looking to who? To who? To Ella, right? And Ella looks uh, and Ella is like she told to Ella that Bias is a girl like she's not interested in boys, but she has had a boyfriend, and she is like a smart girl who wants to go ahead and that is very proud of her. I had a boyfriend too, a guy named Jack. When I told him I was choosing the theater elective, he shook his head and said, "Careful, you don't turn into a drama grade. No, the most impactful dude in the world, but very cute, very high up on that totem pole. A varsity Jack." I wasn't planning to take in theater at first. Then I saw Bia's name in the sign up sheet, and I just wrote my name down on the list. So we can see here that she saw Bia's name, okay, and she write her name in there. And there is gonna happen something, guys. There is going to happen something. We're going to see what's going to happen. I wasn't planning on taking that theater at first. Then I saw Bia's name and I saying, "I'm on shit." We just wrote my name down on that list. I don't even know why we managed to avoid the other one throughout almost that semester. Like we didn't even know each other. Then one day I got to theater class a little early, and Dimpor I asked me to round off additional copies of the play he was planning on having us do for the spring productions. The Elephant Man, I heard about it, but I didn't really know what it was about. While I started skimming through the pages while I was waiting for the Xerox machine. It was about a man who lived more than 100 years ago, named John, Mary, who was terribly deformed. We can see that they already are They already are in the theater, right? And they are in the theater and they are looking the history that is developing in that theater. Okay, we can do this play Mr. D. I told him when I got back to class, and I told him why my little brother has a birth defect and has a deformed face in this play will hit too close to home. He seemed annoyed and a little unsympathetic, but I kind of said that they're going to see what she told to him. Okay, what she told to him. It's going to see. My parents will have a real issue with the school doing this play. So anyway, he ended up switching to our town. I think we were for the role of Emily Gibbs because I knew Bia was going to go for it too. I never occurred to me that I beat her for the role. We're going to see that here is forming a problem because the boys and the people is saying that his brother is going to make a chaos, is going to make a problem in that town, and they don't want him in that town. Let's going to see what happens tomorrow, guys. Okay, thank you for the stay right here. Please go to the platform to complete a little summary that I already upload for you, and don't forget to complete all your assignments. If you have any question or something, please let me know, and we will uh, be able to fix it. Thank you, guys. Bye bye, and take care.